How does it help to be in a kind of settled front row, I guess, for you, and how did you get on it? What was the blindside or outside the last time?
Yeah, I think, I got a text off Tommy O'Donnell at home, who was my roommate in Carton House, saying that, after all we've been through, I came on the World Cup at 7 and he was left at home. So, it certainly wasn't something I prepared for, but it was just something, the way things happened on the day with, Pete coming off early and stuff. It's just something that I had to kind of stick in there and do, and, I don't know how well I did, but, it was a new experience for me anyway, so it's not something I'd be looking to do again if I can avoid it.
Niall, how are you? Are you and the players aware just how bad the conditions are inside the stadium you're playing on Thursday?
Well, no, we haven't been in there yet, but obviously watching Scotland and Samoa last night, it was pretty evident. You're talking about players with a really, really high skill level that were struggling to hold the ball. And I'm aware from a line-out point of view it's going to be a factor conditions-wise for throwing the ball, but it's just something that we'll have to adapt to, and I suppose it's the old cliche that it's the same for both teams. So hopefully it won't be a massive factor in how we attack.
No, it's probably quite some time, I think, since Munster provided all 5 members, the front 5 and 6 out of the pack. Does that familiarity with those guys help your confidence in taking on the Russians?
Well, obviously I have a familiarity with the lads in a short turnaround, that probably is a bit helpful, but it's not really something that we've spoke about either. I think it wouldn't really matter who was in this week. I think, we're unbelievably motivated, and, we're across our detail. So, I think I'm, at this point, after a long pre-season and, where we are now, I think, I'll be pretty familiar with all the front 5s involved. So, I think regardless of who's in there, they're kind of all familiar faces now at the moment.
Richie, just to your right, did the team, considering how the team faded, it seemed, for the last 20 minutes in comparison to what we're used to from this Irish team, especially going after scores, did this surprise you in how much the conditions seem to impact on you? And is there anything that can be done, considering it is about to get way worse?
Look, it's you can say about how the team faded. We did have opportunities in the last 20 minutes, and what probably is the surprising fact is that we weren't able to capitalise on some of them due to some decision making errors and some skill execution errors. So in relation to this week, it's just really important that we go back to stick to our process, go through the game exactly the way we've planned it, and just make sure that our ball focus, our concentration in relation to catching the ball first, because it seems to be a problem in this stadium, and then deciding what we're going to do with it and making sure that we back each other up and that the team play for each other really.
And Richie, what do you expect from the Russians?
Well, looking at them in the first 2 games, they're all obviously very, very physical, big, strong ball carriers, tend to run strong, direct lines. So that'll cause a stress. They've also a strong kicking game, and with the conditions the way they are, we'd expect them probably to kick quite a bit. So making sure that we can cover the backfield is going to be very important, both in that chip line and looking after the deep field as well. So they'll be a challenge. They've got some really good athletes and very physical. So our boys are well aware of what they're going to face, and we're also a little bit hurt from the weekend. So we'll have to try and impose our game plan on them.